Today the angler is faced with a wide variety of choices of hook length materials, and every hook length material has got its own favourite knot. If you tie the knot which is not sympathetic to that particular line, you can lose a great deal of the breaking strain. In some cases 50% of the breaking strain if you tie the wrong knot. So what we're here today to show you is how to tie certain knots, and there's one particular knot that works wonderful, really well with fluorocarbon, and I believe this knot's never been shown before. So what we'd like to do is show you this particular knot. It doesn't have a name, but one thing's for sure, it'll give you maximum strength out of your fluorocarbon. Right, what we're going to do now is show you how to tie this knot. It's a very simple knot, but the fact is it will reduce the strangulation. There's certain lines that if you tie a figure of 8 knot, you can have a dramatic loss in breaking strain. The same with the double overhand loop. So what we're going to do is show you how to tie this knot, which has got no name, and it's 100% safe, giving 100% of your line strength. First of all, take your hook length line. We're using thick line here just to show you, to make it easier. And all we're going to do is make a single overhand knot, and we close it together. Now you'll notice that the leading line is coming out from the back of this knot, which is important to remember. What we do at this point, if you want to attach a swivel, a run ring, or any other part of your tackle, attach it at this moment, because where that ring is, that is going to be your loop. We close the line down, and as that line is coming out from the back to the front, we simply go in, 1 turn, 2 turns. And when we start to close that line down, we're left with that shape, which is almost like a box. Now, if I start to close that line down, the knot will gather together and we end up with a large loop. But by pulling the tag end, this will close the loop down. And the beauty is you can close this loop down to any size you want. So once we've got to this stage, we simply hold the doubled line coming from the top of the knot and the doubled line at the bottom, and give it a strong pull as hard as you can. That's closing the knot. And finally, to make it 100% secure, we take the tag end and we make a simple half hitch, and that will lock the knot together. So if we push the line through there, making a half hitch, then close it down, everything is tight, nothing will slip, and that will give you maximum strength out of the fluorocarbon and the mono that you're using. Simply trim it off, and that's the knot, another knot with no name, but one that will not let you down.